Has it sunk in that you're a sectional champion once again?
I don't think the feeling ever really sinks in fully. It's kind of just something that you don't really wrap your head around. Holy crap, we won. Especially this year because we did have so many ups and downs and people that didn't really, think that we could do it. So it still kind of feels so surreal.
You mentioned the ups and downs throughout the season. Just how have you tried to steady the ship throughout the year and just make sure you keep the ladies on track, especially when times may have been a little bit tougher than a lot of people thought?
Just kind of my leadership, stepping up, letting the girls know that it's okay. Teams go through the downs, and we had quite a few, and that teams also, bounce back and go through the ups. So just kind of being there for everyone, letting them know that, it's normal, and we just kind of have to rely on each other and push through all the bad and all the good.
Looking back on Saturdays when you get off to that big lead, 18 points, but Woodland storms back. What was Coach telling you in those huddles as you tried to hang on for dear life, it felt like?
He was just telling us that this is what we've worked for. We've pour all of our time and effort into the trophies, and so, we just kind of had to keep our composure and not let the thought of holy crap, they're gonna come back and beat us. We just had to kind of keep it cool and collected and know that this is what we've worked for and that we have everything that it takes to do it, and we just have to do it one step at a time.
You've had an outstanding prep career. You eclipsed the all-time girls scoring record. Now you're the all-time scoring record. You have the all-time scoring record for boys and girls. What does that mean for you as you're wrapping up your high school career?
It's another huge step for my basketball career. It's something that I would have never thought that would have happened to me in this whole career. They've had a lot of good athletes come through Garrett, so to be at the top of the list is pretty cool. It's just, another accolade that means a lot to me, and to see how much it means to the community too is always another bonus.
How does it feel to be part of a back-to-back sectional championship team?
It's pretty surreal. It's something kind of common here at Garrett, and to be a part of it is amazing.
Looking back on this season, plenty of ups and downs. How are you able to keep your heads held high as you try to navigate through those ups and downs?
Really trusting in the process, trusting in our coaches, trusting in my teammates, just to know that, we all know what we need to do to get the job done, and we're going to get there eventually.
Looking back on Saturdays when you get off to that big lead, 18 points, but then Woodland storms back. What was Bob telling you in those huddles as you try to get past the finish line?
Just maintain that defense. Our defense is something we really thrive on and if we can maintain our defense, the offense will follow.
Looking ahead to Saturday, huge test coming up. You're taking on the #1 team in Class 3A, Twin Lakes. Just how excited are you for this challenge coming up?
We're excited. A lot of energy in the locker room today as we're kind of getting preparations for it, and as we're getting ready to practice. So a lot of energy, I think, and confidence is what's going to really take us into this regional game Saturday.
Does it feel any more surreal?
It honestly just doesn't feel like it happened. It's not even on my mind a little bit. It's great that we won and everything, and it's super great when I actually think about it. It just doesn't feel real. It hasn't really clicked that we went down in history as back-to-back champions, and we're gonna have another shot at regionals. It's crazy.
When you look at what this team has gone through, so many ups and downs this season, you and I talked about how you had such a big role this season compared to last season. Just how rewarding has this year been, just knowing you're now a sectional champion?
It's just incredible to see how Bob predicted it and how we just followed the plan to a T. He knew there was going to be ups and downs, and we did too. We were a brand new team, basically. Bailey was the only main starter from last year, and the rest of us just had to learn our roles, and it was just incredible to see how to play it out, and it was worth all of it.
Big challenge on Saturday, taking on the #1 team in Class 3A. Just how excited are you for the opportunity to take on Twin Lakes?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a regional championship, and anything can happen, and we're excited to make maybe an upset.
I'm extremely proud because I don't think a lot of people thought that we could do this. I don't think many people thought it at the beginning of the year, and then the way things kind of went in the middle, probably less people thought we could. But the people who didn't doubt us are the people who mattered, and that was the coaching staff and the players. And we knew what we were working for, and I really feel like that we did a very good job of preparation. I mean, the Norwell game, we're getting just killed, and we go in at halftime, and we said, hey, we're going to work on a triangle and two because we're probably going to use that at some point. We came out, won the third quarter against them in a triangle and two, and sure enough, it's 28-10 in the sectional championship game because we ran a triangle and 2. So, you know, those are the little things that people don't understand that go into this. And it was our plan to get ready, and we thought our schedule would get us ready, and, you know, I guess it did.
You have a lot of players stepping into new roles throughout the season. You mentioned the ups and downs throughout the course of the year. How much fun has it been just taking on a challenge like that, seeing that hard work pay off last weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably been more fun for me than them because, you know, so we had to get on them. And for me, you know, you have to coach again. You really find out how much you took for granted in the last couple of years with such a talented team. And Bailey, too, because Bailey had a whole new role. You know, she was on the same team, but it was a completely different role. And I'm just so proud of them for working together. You know, we switched starting lineups probably 7 or 8 games in a row. And then come about Christmas time, we've settled on one, and you know, Brooklyn Jacobs has been great as our 6th man, and everybody's settled in and everybody's playing great, and we just hope to continue it for a couple more weeks.
Just looking back on Saturday's win, you get off to that early lead, you hang on for dear life in a 1-point victory. What were you saying in those huddles as you were trying to stave off a furious comeback by Woodland?
You know, just telling them that we've really been a defensive team all year, and that, you know, we just needed one stop because they got crazy hot there. I mean, it was still 13 going to the 4th quarter, and we were doing all the same things, and they just got in a rhythm and started knocking down shots, and we just had to, you know, I really think we played 5 different defenses in 5 straight possessions, and we just needed to get that 1 or 2 stops and finish it with the rebound. And then, of course, you know, Bailey made the big free throws and sealed it. So, you know, everything comes from our defense, and even last year it did too. But these kids, you know, man, they played their hearts out.
Speaking of Bailey, she is now Garrett's all-time leading scorer, girl or boy. Just how exciting is it to see her knock off one more accomplishment in her historic prep career?
Right, and when you say, you know, or boy at this school, you're talking, you know, some big-time D1 people, and Chuck Bavis and Jeff Stroman and Tony Miller. Like, these are not just normal players. And for her to do this and to lead us and to win championships while doing it it's been amazing. And I've been blessed to coach her, and you know, what she did last week is the best performance. You know, I've been here 28 years, and it's one of the best performances I've seen from anybody in that time. So, you know, lucky to have her and lucky to coach her.